the babies. We've got for you guys today a bright light, apparently. This light is very bright. And a dog's caboose. Hold on, let's move this around. For our Sunday Plateau Breaker. Hi, besties. Tell me where you're tuning in from. Welcome. Hi, Karen. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Jeanette. Hi, Holly. Hi, guys. Rhea. I'm so glad you guys are here. We are going to talk about breaking a weight loss plateau. It is very casual. Case in point, very casual. If you want a polished live, that's not it today. That is not it. I can't figure out my light. Maybe if the count is watching, maybe he can come up and help me with this light because it looks, Mariah Carey would not be impressed with my lighting. We've got Tennessee in the house. So we're going to talk a little bit. I want to just immediately dive in. I'm going to hold the camera because that lighting's weird. And we're going to talk about how to smash our weight loss plateau. I look crazy, but that's okay. I wanted to come in and talk about smashing your weight loss plateau and also best steps to set us up for success for this week. We've got 4 or 5 categories we're going to focus in on for today. Welcome. I'm so glad I see you guys in the chat. I'm so glad you guys are here. We're going to talk about those of how we're going to best set ourselves up for success. Number 1, do you have outlined for this week? I'm going to go through a kind of a punch list with you, Mr. Freddie and I and Wilma. Your punch list this week of what do you have in place? And if you don't, I want you to fix it tonight. Like literally, we're going to fix it tonight. Hi, Heidi. Heidi's in Florida. What's up, friend? Just got back from Florida from last week. So first is protein. I literally did a mental inventory earlier today. I was like, okay, what protein am I going to focus in on this week? And do I have it? Do I need to grocery shop for it? Do I need to go Instacart for it? What am I going to do for my meals this week? And that is going to correspond for your shot day. He's getting himself comfortable. I want you to get comfortable. This is going to be a totally comfortable live stream. I'm in my JMU like sweatshirt. We're having bestie chat here. Recenter, regroup, realign, and get ready to punch our GLP1 weight loss plateaus in the teeth, but also have, if you're not having a plateau, set us best up for success. Like he's doing right. What is he doing? How do we best set ourselves up for success? Thanks, Cece. You're the best. You're just so sweet. I'm so glad you guys are here with me. And we've got Juicy Gal in from Germany. So we're talking GLP-1 weight loss plateau. Number 1 tip, first and foremost, what is your protein focus for this week? If you don't have one, I want you to think of what it's going to be. I was going through mine and we're very soup focused right now here in Virginia. It's cold. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm loving the soups, but you know what I realized? It does not have enough protein for me. Trying to hit 100 to 120 grams of protein per week is challenging. And if I am not hitting that, like for dinners and lunches and things like that, it just doesn't happen for me. And so I want to encourage you to plan it out now. Do you need to go buy something? Do you need to go to your freezer and thaw it out? That's where I went. I was like, I need to go to my freezer and look and see what we even have. I don't really want to purchase stuff this week from Costco. I kind of want to use out what we have in our freezer. And so, yay, Tanisha. She says, I finally made it on a live. I'm so glad you're here, Tanisha. Tanisha's one of our besties. I love it. Angie says, I like adding the rotisserie chicken to soup. I love these. Throw in the comments your best protein tips. And for me, literally, I'm trying to go through my pantry and my freezer just to use some stuff out. Elaine says, add stew meat to your soup. I love that. I need to do that. So I need to go thaw it out from my freezer first because I don't have that. And if you're vegan or vegetarian, how else are you going to incorporate that in for yourself this week too? I want to make sure we're being inclusive as well. Hi, Megan. I'm doing well. Girl, I'm tired, but I am great. It's casual night. I got my JMU Duke Dogs for their victory from this weekend. I got my shirt on. Jennifer says she's meal prep for breakfast and dinner, traveling for work. So on company's lunch menu, bringing protein snacks and going through to make protein lunch choices. So that is my number 1 is be like Jennifer. I want to be like Jennifer. Bestie, I want to be like you. I leave to go to HSN and QVC later on this week. I'll be on air with them. My shows got cut. Some of them friends. Boo his boo. But I still will be going up there because I'll be in the studio later this week. I'm forgetting what days. I got to look. So I need to plan. And the reason why I'm saying planning out our protein is A, it keeps us full. B, it helps with muscle mass loss. A, it keeps us full. And I think for me, it's one of the most underutilized tools in my toolbox that sometimes I just forget about if I'm not actively planning for it. And I feel like if I'm having that, then you may be too, bestie. So let's best set us up for success. Latoya says black beans, lentils, and vegan Greek yogurt. I love that. I had lentils yesterday. The Costco, I'm going to butcher the name of it. It was Madrias lentils. They were so good. It was like 320 calories for this big pouch. The protein wasn't crazy high, but the sauce I could mix in ground turkey. It was really good. Susan says air fried chicken and fish as hold on, the comments just moved. as a side for the soup instead of bread or carb. I love that. I love the idea of fish as a side. Excuse me, that's a really good idea. Kiki, how are you, beauty? Angela says soup with the bone broth. I love that. That's another great way of adding that bone broth into the soup. Mojo says Costco delivery. I just got the Costco delivery. Excited to try the Irish stew. My husband loves that Irish stew, Mojo, from Costco. If you like a pot roast, like a crock pot roast. I know some people don't want to buy processed stuff. I'm like, whatever. But you can make your own pot roast this week in the crock pot too. Diane says lots of protein in the freezer as well. And so that's for one of my things. I'm like, I just don't feel like buying a bunch of stuff at Costco this week. You guys know I love to, but I'm going through my freezer. I'm going through our pantry of like, what do I have? Heidi says bone broth along with a rotisserie chicken for soups. I love those ideas. Hi, D Blanche. I almost just said Blanche, like Blanche Devereaux from Golden Girls. Holly says adding the chia seeds and peanut butter powder to plain Greek yogurt. Holly, there was a sale going on Instacart today, my Instacart, for Costco, the peanut butter protein powder. I almost bought it because I need to I need to rebuy some more. Sarah says I'm making a tomato bisque Sarah is making a tomato bisque with cottage cheese and blending it up. Girlfriend, I need to do that. You know what I might do, Sarah? I may get some cottage cheese and just blend that up into my soups that I already have. Y'all, total sidebar. I cannot wait to do. I'm doing a mask later tonight. So this is not smashing our GLP1 weight plateau. But I'm so excited to do my skincare tonight. Like literally, I cannot wait. I'm like, my skin needs it. So I'm going to do one of my masks. You know how I talked about it on earlier this week, if you saw that episode about the masks that I have. I cannot wait to do it. I'm so excited. Me and Mr. Freddy are going to do face masks. I love you too, Jennifer. You're so sweet. I'm so glad you're here. And Marla says egg bites. They're delicious and easy and can keep them in the fridge or hard-boiled eggs. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do that too. Tara says, Sarah, thanks for the tip with the tomato soup. I love that idea of adding the cottage cheese into the tomato soup, like blending it up. Angie says about lean ground turkey and chili. That is what... Nicole, should I get one of those comfort sweatsuits, by the way? I see those everywhere and I don't own one yet. One of the things, besties, I would not be a good bestie for we're talking today about smashing through our plateau is the Black Friday sale started for BIOptimizers. Use the discount code QUEEN. It is the biggest sale of the year on their website, bioptimizers.com/queen, QUEEN. It's 25% off and you get free gifts. And so if you've been on the fence about trying like their digestive enzymes, you guys know the thing I use every night is my magnesium breakthrough. Not only does it help support restful sleep, which for me, like that alone, I'm like, I'll get it just for that to be able to sleep through the night. But it helps me with helps support regularity. It helps to support muscle function. It helps to support mood because it has 7 types of magnesium in it. So highly recommend. That is on sale today. Also, their prebiotics and probiotics and microbiome breakthrough, one of the most slept on supplements, I think, in my humble opinion. It is also 25% off and they have these free gifts with different things. So it is the biggest sale of the year. Like hands down, bioptimizers.com, use the discount code QUEEN. And if you wanted to try like their magnesium breakthrough powder as opposed to their pills, sipping on that throughout the day or in the morning, it's another option too. People ask me, do I then still take my magnesium at night? My magnesium at night with the pill format if I'm drinking their drink earlier in the day. And I tend to pick one or the other. That's just me. You could do both if you wanted to. How you know if you've had too much magnesium, obviously this is not medical advice. Always talk to your own healthcare provider. But is if you get super loose stools is how I know. I'm like, that's too much. That's just me again, not medical advice, just bestie talking to bestie. Let's see here. Ooh, never too late to dream says get edamame protein snacks for the road this week. That is a brilliant idea. So I need to pack my protein snacks. So what we're doing is we're talking about GLP1 weight loss plateau. If you're just joining, welcome. How do we best set ourselves up for success this week? 1 is talking about protein. 2, then the next thing I'm going through is like, okay, I need to figure out my protein. I don't need to be in a calorie deficit because I'm technically not in weight loss mode. I'm in maintenance. But if I was on a weight plateau, what I would do is figure out my calorie deficit with how do I weave the protein in? And number 2, what is my fiber source is going to be? Am I going to have a ton of salads? Am I going to have a ton of fruit? and what is that going to be? Am I going to put a ton of vegetables in like a veggie chili, a lean chili? I love that idea, Angie, by the way, of having like a roast turkey, like a 99% lean ground turkey chili. What do I need to have on hand to make this happen? because I don't know about y'all, it's Sunday. Once Monday starts, I get like, it is hair and makeup's coming here at 8:30. We got a big project that we're doing tomorrow here. We're also in the process of getting ready to renovate our home. So excuse the chaos behind me. We have in a few weeks, we're going to be going to a rental property while this home gets like gutted. And so I want to best set myself up for success. And I know you do too. I know that if you watch me, like you're also high functioning like I am. Like we get stuff done. And so what do we need to have? What are the pieces that need to be in place tonight, today? And if you're watching this not on Sunday, but maybe you're watching this on like a Wednesday, what do you need to do today to help push you towards your goals? So this time next week, you can be like, yes, I slayed it. Whatever came at me, I still slayed it. I still focused on my health goals. I still focused on my weight loss goals. I still focused on my sleep. I still focused on taking care of my body. I still focused on being a nice human being. I still focused on nourishing myself and my family and people I care about. And so like, that's my big question for you today is, okay, what do we need to line up? What are the dominoes that need to fall today, tonight, and the next hour or whatever time it is before you go to bed? Y'all know it's like 7:12 here in Virginia. I'm like, I'll be getting in that bed about 8 o'clock. Get my mouth guard in. I'm going to do my skincare. I'm so excited. But what are the dominoes that I need to do before I get into that bed that need to be figured out? For me, it's protein. Number 2 is fiber. So do I have salads? It's going to be a big salad week. I did the app, and you guys will see it later this week, if not next week. The app called Too Good To Go. Have you guys heard of that app? Let me go back over to the comments. Hi, Emily. How are you? Hola, amigo. ¿Cómo está? Glad you're here, Audrey. Gabrielle says, I make a roasted chicken one night and then we eat on the leftovers for the second dinner. I love that. Mary Beth is going for her walk on her golden hour. Jennifer says, I add cottage cheese to the lasagna soup. Lasagna soup. Oh, that sounds so, like you could do so much with that for high protein ideas. I kind of want to make that. Desiree says, breakfast bites have the cottage cheese and chicken sausage in it. Ooh. You know what I need to do? I saw Desiree in my refrigerator because I'm trying not to buy stuff at Costco since I'll be traveling later this week. We have a bunch of chicken sausage I need to eat out. So thank you for that. Let's see here. Angela says, I have quinoa, the bone broth with chicken. That sounds really good. I'm loving putting bone broth into soups. And just someone had recommended that. I had the Panera acorn squash soup and they're like, just add some bone broth and stir it in. It thins it out a little bit. It's already very thick, but it adds extra protein. I was like, that is such a good hack. And you really can't tell. Oh, Linda says, I finally made it to one of your lives. Linda, tonight's live is super casual. Mr. Freddie's sleeping. Did Wilma left? I'm in my JMU sweatshirt. Like we are just chilling. We're getting lined up for the week. Marla says, I add the BIOptimizers chocolate protein powder to the Greek yogurt. Isn't it so good? It's so good. I would highly recommend, I've been on the biggest bandwagon with the microbiome breakthrough because it has prebiotics and probiotics. I put this now into my protein powder. It's really, really, I take that. So I take that on a daily basis now. I take their magnesium breakthrough. I take that about 1 to 2 capsules about an hour and a half before bed. So after this live, I will take it because I plan to go to bed by 9 o'clock. And it helps me sleep better. The digestive enzymes, which are called masszymes, I take those around lunchtime, 2 capsules typically, because it helps to break down protein, helps to break down carbohydrates, helps to break down fats. And then I've been adding in recently, just testing the microbiome breakthrough with the prebiotics and probiotics. Love it. They do have a probiotic breakthrough, which is another one which you could get in capsule format, but I'm loving because it helps with gut. It has like helps with gut lining and that I'm like, yes. So I love that, Marla. She does the BIOptimizers chocolate protein powder. Everything site-wide is 25% off. The Black Friday sale started early. So if you had been on the fence about getting like their protein powder, use the discount code QUEEN, QUEEN. You get 25% off and free gifts with purchases. I'm like, so I'm going through and I'm like, things that I need to, like, I'll get the next 6 months. For me, when it's 25% off, I'm like, yes. And this is the biggest sale of the year. Like, this is the biggest sale. So if you had been waiting, typically I buy my stuff like, you know, I don't want to have the mental payload of being like, oh, I need to go month to month. No, I just get it like a year and like 6 months in advance. Is that my kid? Can you guys hear that? I think he's playing a video game. I'm like, what does that sound? Karen says she's going to put some eggs in to boil. Oh, Karen, what a great idea. Susan says, when is the sale? It started. Their Black Friday sale started early. They started their sale early. It's going on right now. So bioptimizers.com/queen, QUEEN. Use the discount code queen. So it started. So the Black Friday sale, if you've been waiting, it's on everything. Their protein powder, their magnesium breakthrough in the powder format, like everything. Yes, Catherine. High five, Catherine. She says she stocked up on their probiotics the other day, 25% off. Yeah. Jennifer says, ooh, tuna and shrimp. You know, I need to go thaw out my shrimp from my freezer too. So I'm going to make my list. Going back to our plateau. What are we doing for our protein? What are we doing for our fiber? What do we need to get set up tonight? Best setup for success. I'm actually going to pull out for myself all of my electrolytes and lay them out because I'm a Dorcas like that, because I want to have it picked so I can just be like boom, boom, boom each day just because it's so busy. And with travel, I want to make sure I don't forget anything. Mel says, are there good restaurant options you like near QVC? Hopefully they're quality restaurants with good chicken, fish, steak options you can take in protein. Thanks, Mel. I appreciate you so much. Yes, surprisingly near QVC, there's a bougie area. So there's like Whole Foods there. So typically I go to Whole Foods for lunch and also for dinner, or I'll DoorDash food from there. And surprisingly at QVC they have a restaurant, but you don't talk to people. It's so funny. It's like these kiosks. And so you just type in, I guess it'd be like if you went to like a hospital type thing, but you don't talk to the person. Even at Starbucks, you don't talk to the barista. He's like, oh, thanks. You don't need to talk to me though. You go over and you use one of the touch pads, and that's how you order. And they have even protein shakes there. So thank you for that option. I need to figure that out too. So this is part of like my mental inventory of not inventory, but preparedness. What do we need to do this week so we can be set up? Hi, Angel. So happy you caught this live. If you're just joining us, I stink at comments. I'm trying my best. So don't ever get offended if I miss your comment or I don't say something back to it. It's me. It's not you. Fran says, I love the magnesium powder. It's helped with restless legs. For sure. It really, really does. It makes a big difference for me. Fisher says, I need to go through my freezer and pantry, right? Like I was like, why am I going to buy all this extra stuff from Costco this week when we have a ton in our freezer that I just need to eat down? Karina says, I finally get to hop on a live. I'm so glad you're here. Elaine's going to she says she makes the best turkey chili. Come bring me some. I will take it. I want some turkey chili. Oh, Mandy, I'm sending you so much love. I'm giving you a big prayer. I'm so sorry to hear about that. Sheila says she meal prep breakfast and lunch for the week. Sheila, what did you make so we can get some ideas? Prep salads are awesome. So what I ended up doing was I got the Too Good To Go app. Have you heard about this? My bestie David does this. And I'm like, it's so smart. It's how he gets snacks for him, his husband, and his son from the app called Too Good To Go. And it's like from Whole Foods. So I got all of these pre-made salads from Whole Foods yesterday. So we need to eat on those. It's like these big bags. They're $21 worth of food, but you get it for like $7. So I got a bunch of them to try out. You'll see it in a video later this week. I tried it out. I wanted to see. I was like, is this good or not for pre-made salads? It was really good. Yes. I love it. Miss Review says that meal prep is ready and lunch is ready for the week, focusing on lifting. So that's number 3 is what is going to be your exercise source? And it doesn't have to be like lifting or whatever. It can be whatever you want. For me, it was just walking the dog. And I got a comment from one of our awesome countesses. It was like, she was going back through my old videos, which I always love. So like, how did you walk so much? And for me, it was in the morning was best. I don't walk like that anymore because I devote a lot of that time now to lifting. But I want you to figure out, and for myself too, I'm saying this for myself as well. Okay, so when are the pockets and I'm going to get movement? Whether it's lifting, whether it's walking, whatever you have, when are we going to do that? For me, setting myself up for success, when am I going to do that? So I know when I'm at QVC, I'm not going to be lifting. Probably the next day after I get back, I probably won't be lifting that day either to set up realistic expectations. So if you have something big for work this week or big for family, I also have something for my kid later this week. I volunteer a lot with his school. So I'm going to be doing that also this week. So my schedule is weird in that sense. And so I want you to figure out, that's tip number 3. So number 1 was protein. Number 2 is fiber. Number 3 is when and where are you going to put that movement in? And if it's walking, awesome. When are you going to do that? Where are you going to do that? Have you thought that far into the week? Jennifer says Too Good To Go is great. Isn't it awesome? It's been a fun little app. I'm not sponsored by them at all. I just love their it's like to help prevent food waste. So the food that you get, like kava, I got a kava bowl. It was $15 for the kava bowl for $4.99. You have to get it like at the end of the shift or the end of the closing day but it's really an awesome. I talk about it later on this week. Ooh, Carla says, I discovered the high protein profile pudding and it's so good. Carla, tell me about this protein pudding. You know, I love my high protein pudding. I do my Greek yogurt bowls. I had that earlier today, y'all. It was so good. It was Greek yogurt, mixed in a little bit of the microbiome breakthrough. Had that, and then pomegranate seeds. It was delicious. It was so good. It was so good. I actually might have a little bit more of that tonight. Yes, Lori says, I'm like Mr. Freddy today. I know he's like dead to the world. He was chasing squirrels earlier today. And his one ear's up because he's like, I hear you, Mom, talking about me chasing squirrels. Ms. Wilma was in here earlier, but she left. I think she abandoned ship. Kiki says, I'll be taking my BIOptimizers magnesium in like 15 minutes. Twinsies! High five, Kiki. Yes, Connie says he wants to get comfy. Thank you, Lauren. I know, isn't he awesome? He's a good dog. And tell us if another dog walks by, he will be very loud. He is very protective of our home and he will let us know. I have not, Lucy. Do you like it? Yes. Kimsley says, I love the BIOptimizers probiotic. Isn't it awesome? It's the probiotic breakthrough. So microbiome breakthrough has prebiotics and probiotics in it, but the probiotic breakthrough capsules is awesome. Awesome. Highly recommend. When people ask me, I'm like, get the BIOptimizers probiotic. And with the discount code QUEEN, their Black Friday deal, if you're just joining us, just started everything site-wide. Plus you get free gifts with purchases. It's an awesome deal going on right now. Jennifer says, I have to buy my fruit for fiber. I have to have fruits and veggies for my fiber. I agree, Jennifer. And if I don't have good fresh fruits and vegetables, I went in our refrigerator and I was like, okay, they still look good. Like if the celery looks mushy or the cucumbers, I'm not going to eat it. And so we typically get our fruits and vegetables twice a week, but I've had to force myself. And the count is like, Elizabeth, stop buying so much. Just get a small portion. We'll rebuy it again later on in the week. So it's fresh, it's enjoyable. It's fresh and enjoyable. Susan says, when are you on QVC? So with QVC HSN merge, they herd us together like cattle. So I am on the HSN side. I will be on HSN. I'll be at the QVC studios, but on the HSN side, I will be on Thursday. I'll post it in the group, but Thursday and Friday. I have a Saturday show, which I should be getting my schedule literally while I'm on live right now. Was supposed to have 2 shows on Friday and 2 shows on Saturday, but they cut me. So, which sometimes happens. So I think, Susan, for sure, Thursday morning and Friday morning, I know I'm definitely on. And then Friday afternoon, I was invited to a TikTok live event that is also not near where I live, like not at home. So I'll be traveling to that if I'm not on air for QVC on Friday afternoon. Oh, I love it. Lucy says she roasts veggies for the week. Hi, NGOC. Hi, sweet friend. How are you? I'm so glad you're here. Mary Beth says waiting to hear on Monday or Tuesday for new compound provider. Woohoo! Yay, good for you. Let's see here. What do you do to help us get out of the stall? So to recap a little bit, and we're going to go into, there's 5 action items. Number 1, we need to best set ourselves up for success for the week. For me, and I'll speak for my statements, none of this is medical advice. Always talk to your own healthcare provider. If I am not well set up, Sunday for me is best, but if you're watching this on a Wednesday, the same principles apply. What do you need to do to set you up for success? For me, immediately it's food. Like straight out the gate, GLP1 helps with that appetite suppression, but with what I have in my home or if I eat out, what am I gonna do? What's the plan? Because when it's willy-nilly for me, I'll eat things like pizza, I'll DoorDash stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh my gosh, we don't have anything. Let me get some. We have a great Indian restaurant near us. And I'm like, let's go get an Indian food. Like, no, what am I doing? That's not best supporting my health goals. What do I need to have in my home? Number 1, for protein, straight out the gate. And for me, having lean protein that fits in a calorie deficit, even though I'm in weight maintenance, not weight loss. So that's difference in terms of the calories. If I was in weight loss, it'd be a calorie deficit. Having lean focus for proteins. What is that going to be? Do I need to thaw that out of the freezer right now? Do I need to put that out? What is that going to be? Number 2, what is my fiber source going to be? How am I going to get the fiber? For women, it's supposed to be 25 grams of fiber per day. That's a lot. So what is that going to be? How am I going to get that? How am I going to do that? Right. And so tracking that for me, like that's the next level. So like as we continue to level up for me, new level, new devil. So the new level of that of like 25 grams of fiber is quite a bit. An apple, for example, only has 5 grams of fiber. So how am I going to do that? What is that going to look like? What do I need to do today to make sure I have that all set up for tomorrow's meals? Like having the cottage cheese, was it Jennifer who said that? Putting cottage cheese in tomato soup, like brilliant idea, and blending it so you can't tell that you're having it. Things like that. Like those are great, easy hacks to put in. I'm big in my soup right now. So how can I add more protein to my soups? That's kind of been my focus. Number 3, movement. However you choose to move, as long as you do move. For me, my Fitbit has been super, super motivational to be like, girl, you're not moving, get up. Get up and go move, get up and go do something. Number 4, my weight plateau is while I'm doing all of these things, sleep for me has got to be the foundation of it. I don't know about you, but I'm super high functioning. Most of us are in the audience. If we do a lot in a given day, a lot of us are either many of these different hats, but we're workers, we're moms, we're wives, generally like a bunch of these different things, not all of them, but a bunch of them. And it's exhausting, quite frankly. And so rooting down into good sleep, good restful sleep, that for me has been like uncompromising. And so that's why I talk, yes, Tracy says, I love BIOptimizers breakthrough. So glad you mentioned it many months ago. It's been part of her success for Tracy. I agree. And there's the big sale going on. Take these at night because it helps me with restful sleep. It has 7 types of magnesium. Use the discount code QUEEN. It's 25% off. Their Black Friday sale started early. Surprise, surprise, surprise. It started early. Oh, thanks, Mandy. Oh, thanks, Mandy. I feel like I look haggardly. I can't wait I need to do my skincare routine. So you're making me feel good. Thank you. I cannot wait to do my skincare mask tonight. I'm like, have very much been looking forward to it. I cannot wait to do my mask. I'm going to go down into the basement and like get out some of our meats from the freezer to make sure they're thawed for tomorrow. Shell says, thinking about getting the sleeve. Really? 2 weeks tomorrow behind. Should I take my melatonin? Give me your words. I am praying for you, Shell. I would definitely talk to your healthcare provider of what they think would be best. Mandy says, we use Too Good To Go from Whole Foods and love it. I know, isn't it amazing? I was like, this is awesome. It was quite fun. Yes. Have I done a DEXA body scan? I have. Super helpful. You can get those now with scales in general, have really, really good data that is almost as comparable to a DEXA scan. Almost. Slightly off in my free encouragement group, countessofshopping.com/group. We have had lengthy discussions about this, about people who have DEXA scans. Most of them are like, I pretty much knew this from my scale. And I have several scale recommendations that I really like too. So yes, I highly recommend DEXA scans because of the muscle mass loss from GLP-1 weight loss. It can be deceptive. And so knowing about the muscle mass loss component is important with the DEXA scan. And for our bones, Sheila says the egg bites with cottage cheese and chicken sausage, overnight oats. Oh, Sheila. Okay, I need to take with me for QVC HSN this week my overnight oats. Thank you for reminding. You guys are like, yeah, I'm like making notes over here. I'm like, okay, this is what I need to make sure I have for this week. Let's see here. Oh, Angela says they're getting Whole Foods in your area. Lucky. Ours is, it's in I have to go to Northern Virginia to get mine. Oh, I love that. Good for you. For everyone's talking about walking. We love that. Oh, Heidi, it says closest Whole Foods is in Orlando area. Oh, how fun. Okay. Genesis says, I'm on live for the first time. Well, Genesis, welcome, my sweet friend. I'm so glad you're here, bestie. We're talking about how to break through a weight plateau. But if you're not having a weight plateau, how to best set ourselves up for success. So number 1 was protein, to recap. Number 2 is fiber. Number 3 is movement. Number 4 is sleep. Number 5. If you are on a weight plateau, I always like to say, take a deep breath with it. It is part of the experience of weight loss. And I think sometimes for me, hearing other people talk about, I've lost this and this and this, comparison is truly the thief of joy. Staying in my own lane, my own race. For some people, it's going to be quick, and some people, it's going to be a little bit slower. Type 2 diabetics, typically it is slower in terms of the weight journey, and that's okay. As long as you know that you're putting in the effort for it. For me, at this stage of the game, it's about what is my input. I can control that. I can't control the output. I can't control what the scale says. I have no control. I really don't have, I have control over the input of, am I choosing to be in a calorie deficit? Am I choosing to drink my water in a given day? Am I choosing to, like, you can go through all the list of am I choosings, but I don't have control over that output of what the scale says, but I do for the input. So what is the input that I'm choosing to focus in on to move that needle figuratively and literally get it? And what am I doing? Okay, let me go over here. Carla says it's called Profil. It's the caramel one. Oh, it's literally called Profil for the protein pudding, Carla. That sounds delicious, by the way. I love it. Fisher says cleaning. We need to clean here in the Skordinsky household. We are very much decluttering. Literally after this live, also the Count and I are going to go and declutter our closet for like 15 minutes because we're doing a massive renovation on our home and 50% of our stuff has to go. So I'm like forced to get rid of a bunch of stuff. Ooh, Mary Beth has made a pear sauce and froze in cupcake tins. That sounds delicious, by the way. Moni says she caught a live. She's recovering from loose skin surgery. Moni, how was your loose skin surgery? Tell me. Earlier this week, I say in an upcoming video later this week that's already been filmed, I got bumped up in my plastic surgery loose skin appointment. Oh, I know. I found out, surprise, surprise, the plastic surgeon I'm probably going to use, I have my consultation with him, but it wasn't until July and I got bumped up. It's the same one as PCOSM. Do you guys follow her at all? I like her quite a bit. And she had her loose skin surgery and I liked his philosophy on it. Anyways, I got bumped up to January. I got pushed so far. So anyways, I am going to be meeting in January for my loose skin surgery, but Moni, I want to hear all the tips, my friend. Yes, Jennifer says, I agree with you. I hate throwing out food because I go 2 times a week. That literally, my husband's like, stop buying so much fruit. It's going to go bad or it's not going to look as appealing and I'll eat less of it. Just go twice a week. And I love that concept. Lucy says, I love frozen cauliflower and add mushrooms and asparagus to convert into risotto by adding Parmesan cheese, heavy cream, and blended cottage cheese. Lucy, chef's kiss friend. That sounds delicious. I love that. Oh, Rhea says she meal prepped today and the Sam's rotisserie chicken. That sounds delicious as well. Rhea made chicken breast tacos, chicken salad. Oh my gosh. That sounds amazing. Tanisha says the Whole Foods family meal. Oh, Tanisha, I need to do that too. She says too good to go on days 5 and 7 when I'm feeling hungry. That's really, really smart to get the family meal. I need to do that. You're inspiring me. Yes, Carla, I was talking about sleep and going to bed at 9:30. I agree that sleep is literally for number 4 in terms of weight plateau. I find myself when I have a weight plateau, it's my sleep gets jacked. So getting back into that. Let's see here. We've got in, hold on one second. Hold on. Hold, please. Hold on, my sweet friends. There we go. Hold on, my sweet friends. Okay. Cece says, I've cooked proteins in the frozen for 4-ounce packs. Oh, that's a really good idea. I love this. There's so many great ideas in here. Let me go back over here. Hi, sweet friends. Welcome. Okay. I'm looking at your comments. I stink at doing the comments, guys. Please forgive me. Hi, Bestie. Glow's in the chat. Hi, Glow. How are you, sweet friend? Oh my gosh, Marla had surgery too. 4 months post-op. So many tips to give you. Marla, I want to hear them all, my friend. Like, download them all to me. I want to know all of them. I was thinking about getting one of those stand-up chairs. I think I saw a lot of people are getting those of where they like, you sit down in the chairs and then they like, the recliners help stand you up. I'm like, that sounds awesome. Thank you. Moni says about the swelling and tightness. Really? Interesting. Okay, I think I got up on the comments. I'm so glad about that too. So we're talking about, if you're joining us, we're talking about weight plateau, setting up for success, protein, fiber, sleep. I forgot one in there. What's the other one? Sleep, protein. Oh, movement, body movement. So for me this week, that's one of the other things of, okay, so when am I going to lift? I'm going to be traveling. So I'm going to just get my steps in. And that's just going to be my focus, is getting steps in instead. And then the other component of it is when talking about a weight plateau of sometimes there just are weight plateaus, and that's part of the journey, right? And I always have a big whoosh, always. And I don't like to use superlatives, but always, that I know that if I'm doing the input, if I'm doing the things I'm supposed to be, like being in a calorie deficit, that I am like I'm moving, that usually I have a big whoosh pretty much every single time. And I can look back in my past videos even where I'm like, oh, I lost 3 pounds this week or 4 pounds or 5 pounds or whatever. It's usually because there's a weight stall. Don't get a stand-up chair. PT will tell you it's not good for you. Really? Ooh, okay. That does actually make sense now that you say that. Thank you for saying that. What are you, okay, so we're going through and we're doing holding to be accountable. What are you planning to do this week, my friends, to help move the needle for you? Do you have your protein sorted out? Do you have your fiber sorted out? Do you have your movement sorted out? Do you have the ducks in a row to set you best up for a successful week, right? Marla says water, water, water. If you've not been doing the water challenge in the free encouragement group, y'all, I cannot tell you the times this weekend that I was drinking my water. I was literally chugging it. I need to go check in the group. I just haven't had a moment. In the free encouragement group at countessofshopping.com/group, there's a water challenge going on. And I was like chugging my water and I was like, yes, I had felt so pruny before the water challenge. So I kind of want to keep going with it this week. Do you guys want it to keep going or did you not even do it? Be honest. I did. And very much this weekend, I was super cognizant about my water. Susan says, does insurance cover loose skin surgery? Mine does not. I wish it did. It does not. But I would love to hear of anybody else if their insurance has covered it. But mine does not. It is elective. Angie says, I'm going to start making clean Simple Eats peppermint protein shakes this week. Oh, that sounds delicious, by the way. It sounds so good. Charlotte, how are you, sweet friend? I'm so glad you're here. Yes, I can't wait. I can't wait to see what the doctor says about my loose skin surgery. I'm like dying. I couldn't believe it got bumped up. Marla says insurance did not pay for her surgery. That's helpful. Moni says insurance did cover hers. I think that whoever, I'm sorry, forgive me, who just asked that question. My short-term memory, I'm like, who just asked that question? For the insurance of it, I would check now. You should call up your plan and see if they do cover it, what are the stipulations for it, and then talk to your healthcare provider. Pauline says she just finished her first gallon of water. I love that. Mojo says, my ducks are in a row. Says, I'm ready for this week's. Thanks for all these tips. I agree. Like for me, walking into the week strong, mentally, physically, having things lined up, I know I do so much better because life comes up quickly. I don't know about y'all, but like in the holiday season, there is a lot going on. We haven't set up our pink Nadine tree yet. We're going to later this week. I told my husband, I was like, I don't even want to like touch that yet. For the passing of my daughter. It's her anniversary. I haven't even like paused to think about it. I was like, I will unpack that next weekend. I'm like moving the anniversary of her passing over just because I physically couldn't this week. And so I plan to like move that over and address that next week. And so for me, having things set up, like knowing that I'm going to like unpack that, so to speak, that will be next weekend. Her passing was on Saturday that I just haven't wanted to. And it's been so busy and my earthly son. I'm focusing on him this weekend, and that was the big priority, was him and a bunch of stuff going on with him. So anyways, that's also kind of my game plan for this week too, of like knowing that this weekend will be a little bit probably rougher when I get back from travel from QVC, that we're gonna have family time. We're gonna set up every year. If you're new, we set up a pink tree and it's called the Nadine tree. It's a pink tree for my daughter. And it gives me like pause during the holiday season of like, what is this all about, right? Like, what am I doing all this for? You know what I mean? Like for me, like my health is the most important thing for my family, and to live a long time and to be here for my son and for my hot husband and to be physically active for them, and really leaning into that. Of sometimes I can get very sidetracked off, as you guys know, sometimes like squirrel, staying very much in that of I want to be here for a long time for my son and be around for my grandchildren and to be healthy for them. And so what am I doing today, literally, that moves me towards those long-term goals for decades? So hopefully that helps encourage and motivates of like, what is the real reason for all of this? And so getting back to the other things for me, like that physical tree, my pink tree, it really is like, oh yeah, this is why I'm doing all this. This is why I'm doing all these things. Alice, how are you, sweet friend? I'm so glad you're here. You guys are so sweet. Thank you so much. I don't mean to be, I know it's like, it's a weird thing, like talking about it. Like that's sometimes why I don't even like just talking about it. I just don't sometimes. It's because I don't want to make anybody feel badly, or I want to keep it positive and light, and I unpack it a little bit later. Thank you so much. Yes, Angie says, and Susan says, I'm drinking Element right now, the watermelon one. Thank you, Kiki. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. let's see here. Hold on one second. Let's go back over. We've got Marcy from Alaska. Welcome, 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 sweet friends. We're talking about, if you're just joining us, we're talking about our setting ourselves up for best for success for this week. And for me, I'm like super motivated to stay in the lane this week. Like with the following week being the biggest eating day of the year with Thanksgiving, this week I feel like it's a week to have clean eating, clean focus, healthy focus. Oh, thanks guys so much. I really appreciate that. That is very, very kind of you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thanks, Latoya. Thanks, Mel. Thank you. Yeah, Alice says, I love seeing Freddie behind you. He is dead to the world. He was chasing squirrels earlier today, like hardcore. He was driving the Countess and I nuts. Latoya, I really very much appreciate that. Thank you. It's the anniversary. It doesn't get, I don't know, it's easier in some regards. And also I feel badly her anniversary was yesterday. And that I just was like, I'm not going to unpack that. I'll unpack that next weekend. So, and I feel guilty about that, but I'm just not, like, I'm not emotionally wanting to, I don't know. I'll deal with it next weekend. Like I will process it then. And I think when we have the pink Nadine tree up, that's when I can fully just like have a moment. Marcy says, I just finished my meal prep for the week. Oh my gosh, Pauline, I'm sending so much love. I'm sending so much love to you. Okay, so let's focus in on this week, the action items. What do we have for our proteins? What do we have for our fiber? I am loving pomegranates. That is my fiber focus for this week. I have been loving them in Greek yogurt. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have a little bit of more of them tonight. The pomegranates are so good from Costco right now. So that's been my fiber focus. What is your fiber focus? So what are we focusing on? Protein, fiber, and our movements. What are we going to do for those? What are we going to do for those? Oh, I love how encouraging you guys are in the chat. Marcy says, I just finished my meal prep for the week. And Mandy says, great job, Marcy. I love that you guys encourage each other. Latoya says, I'm making lentil soup right now. Latoya, come to my house and make me some, please. I had lentils yesterday. They were so good. They were Indian spice in them and they were delicious. Lose It Journey says, I just tried stuffed acorn squash. It was delicious. Did you make them, Lose It, from scratch, or were they from like a restaurant or a grocery store? How did you get these stuffed acorn squash? Tell me your secrets, my friend. Thank you, Melanie. I appreciate that. Latoya says golden kiwi is amazing. Is it in season right now, Latoya? I was looking at Costco. They had kiwis or whatever. And I was like, are the kiwis in season right now? Ratio Yogurt has a new yogurt that has 20 grams of protein, 10 grams of fiber, 3 grams of sugar, and 180 calories. MV, for that Ratio Yogurt, what is your favorite flavor? Would love to know. Susan says, all the beans in the chili for fiber. That's right. Oh, I love it. Ooh, Cece, that sounds delicious. Cindy says, thank you for recommending Fridays. Oh my gosh, sincerely my pleasure. I love Join Fridays. They're awesome. That's where people had been at. I think they got confused on my compound video. I've been with Join Fridays for 2 years. They did my brand name. If you're an existing client, you can get brand name prescriptions through them, but you have to be an existing client. You can't be a new patient. And then also my compound, I've switched over to them too. So, and it gets shipped to my house. You can use the discount code QUEEN there. Oh, MV says pina colada and vanilla for the Ratio Yogurt. Okay, I'm gonna look into that. That sounds delicious, by the way. Oh my goodness. No, Lucy Glow apples. Kiki, are they good? I need a new apple to try. That sounds delicious. We have a Sprouts that I can get delivery from Instacart from. So I did want to make sure everybody knew about the Black Friday sale from BIOptimizers, the Magnesium Breakthrough, their fabulous Magnesium Breakthrough powder, their Microbiome powder, their Probiotic Breakthrough, their Protein powder, their mast limes, their digestive enzymes, all 25% off. And then there's also free gifts with purchase too on top of that. It is the best sale of the year. Hands down, use the discount code QUEEN. You can go to bioptimizers.com/queen, QUEEN. I have been stocking up. I'm like, okay, I'm going to stock up for the next 6 months, 25% off. It's awesome. Angie, hi, sweet friend. She has lost 60 pounds. Woo! Congratulations, Angie. I'm so happy for you. Al says, my husband, just moved, makes my high protein smoothies in the morning. That sounds amazing. Bye, sweet Sheila. Hope you have a good one. Crystal says, it's my first live. I took shot number 2. She's down 9 pounds. And she's already off blood pressure medication. I'm so happy for you. Carla likes the Taylor Farms spinach pecan apple salads. Are they really from Costco? Okay, Carla, I'm gonna go check those out and see if they're good from Costco. Angie says, just ordered 5 bottles. High five, high five, high five. Use the discount code QUEEN, save that 25%, and then get the free gifts too. It truly is like the 5 bottles, like that's brilliant, Angie. And they don't have to worry about it. Like I know I take magnesium breakthrough every single night. Like that's, and I have for the last 2 years. So pretty much every single night in the last 2 years. Might as well get this 25% off savings for it. Mandy says, I saw the pomegranate seeds at Costco and had to tell my son about how my friend Elizabeth loved them. And he's like, okay, Mom, I know. Literally, they're so good. But this sounds so crass and so gross, Mandy. But if you eat a lot of them, they make your poops look red. Just FYI. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm having digestive issues. And I was like, no, it's just the pomegranates. Sorry, that's so gross and so TMI, but FYI. If it's fiber related. Mel says pomegranates are anti-inflammatory. It has a cup of 7 grams of fiber. It really does. They're so yummy. They're delicious. Tita says, what do I take for hair growth? Tita, check out I have a whole video on hair loss and how to do hair growth. It's 3 months of, you don't see hair loss typically. And again, I'm not a doctor. I always talk to your own healthcare provider. But for hair loss, it takes 3 months to see it and then 3 months to fix the hair, quote, it's called hair trauma. So in that video that I have a whole bunch of suggestions of what I liked and what worked well. It's typically because the quote hair trauma is rapid weight loss, not just from GLP1, but in general, like people who've had bariatric surgery or keto weight loss, like losing weight very quickly because of the lack of nutrients. So being super intentional about what you're eating. Also, if you're eating like larger portions down to much smaller portions, what is it within those portions too, to make sure you're getting proper nutrients, would be one of my biggest recommendations. In that video, I go through though, like here's supplements and things like that I take. Do you swallow the pomegranate seeds? I do. They're like little itty bitty. They're like this, and that's how you eat them. They're like little juice with the seeds. They're so good. It's delicious. Angie says, I've been using the Queen code for over a year. Yes. Angie, that makes my night and that makes me so happy. I love it. Save that coin, honey. Love you, Tammy. Love you, love you, love you. Love you. Let's see here. Gabrielle says, I tried the pomegranate seeds in my Greek yogurt. She says, it's so good. Thank you. Oh, Gabrielle, I'm so happy to hear that. Right? Isn't it so fun trying different fruits? Like I was on a big kick this summer with watermelon in my Greek yogurt. And then before that, raspberries. And then before that, like you can go through each of the different fruits in season. And it really does make Greek yogurt fun. I feel like such a dorcas when I say that. I'm like, but Greek yogurt is so fun. Marcy says, thank you for recommending BIOptimizers magnesium. I've always struggled with sleep and these have helped me. Marcy, I love hearing that. Yeah, same. It really did. It helped my sleep so much. Lose It said, I made the ground turkey with spinach and mozzarella, baked it for 425 for 20 minutes. That sounds amazing. Oh, good. I'm so glad. Fisher says, I got the frozen pomegranates from Walmart. Those are really good. You can also put them into your shakes too. Hi, David. How are you, sweet friend? I'm so glad you're here. Susan says, I have a little pomegranate tree on your patio. I am so jealous. That sounds awesome. I'm so glad I motivated you tonight. You guys motivated me. My sweet friends, I'm going to go do my wind down routine now. I'm going to go do my face mask. I'm going to go get ready for the week. So to recap, focusing on the protein for the week. Go pull it out of the freezer if you need to, or the refrigerator. What's the fiber going to be? What's the focus in on movement? What's the focus going to be on sleep? And then also accepting what my input is. Am I being realistic for my goals of what my input should be? I love you guys so much. Ria says, oh, thank you for coming to my life 2 years ago. You are a major part for me too, Ria, and I love you to pieces, my bestie. Chloe said she started Zepbound last month, and she's moving up to 5 milligrams, and she's lost 10 pounds. Oh, I'm so happy for you. I'm praying for you too, Chloe. Being a mama is the hardest job in my humble opinion. Love you, and love you, Alice, as well. I love you guys so much. Angel, I'm so glad you guys are here. Catherine, Marla, Tita, Lucy, Carla, Zepbound, Lynn, Angel, Cece, Connie. I love you guys so much. David says, I don't sleep well. Yes, highly recommend BIOptimizers. Obviously, talk to your healthcare provider, but BIOptimizers Magnesium Breakthrough. They're having their big Black Friday sale. Use the discount code QUEEN, QUEEN. Okay, I love you guys. Our emoji of the day today is going to be a dog. And that tells me that you made it through this live if you're watching the replay or have been here the whole time. Dog is the emoji of the night. It's my bat signal to pray over you. If you don't believe in prayer, uplift you in positive thought. My sweet friends, be kind to yourself, be kind to others. I'm Countess of Shopping. Count my blessings because life is delicious. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I love you guys. I'll see you later this week. Bye, sweet friends. Bye, Kiki. Bye, Tanisha. Bye, Edible. Bye, guys. Bye, Denise. Bye, guys. Have a good night. Love you guys so much. Diane, Linda, Angela. Bye, guys. See you soon.